Welcome students. So today in this video we will cover the rest part of the chapter Land of Hot Sands. Okay, so in the previous video we have covered some of the topics of this chapter, right? So in this video we will cover the rest part of this chapter. Okay, so let's start. So the first topic which we will discuss today is natural resources. The most important natural resource of Saudi Arabia is oil. Okay, so which is the most important natural resources of Saudi Arabia? Oil. Okay, the country has 20% of the global reserves of oil. And in fact, oil also helps the country to earn 40% of its revenue. Saudi Arabia also happens to be the biggest exporter of oil in the world, and that is why oil is known as liquid gold. Okay, now so beside this, metals such as gold, silver, copper and zinc can also be found here, and Saudi Arabia also exports platinum, titanium and various precious stones. Okay, now regarding economy and industry. So Saudi Arabia is one of the richest countries of the world. Why? Because 4 rich deposits of petroleum is present in this country. Okay, the revenue earned by selling petroleum to other countries has been used to modernize cities like Riyadh and Jeddah. Okay, so whatever revenue get collected, revenue means what? You know, revenue means the income that the government receives from taxes and other sources. So whatever income this country receives is used to modernize cities like Riyadh and Jeddah. Okay. Now several large industries have been set up in Saudi Arabia like petroleum refineries, iron and steel, cement and fertilizer plants. Okay. Yeah. Now religious importance. So Saudi Arabia is an Islamic state. Millions of Muslims from all over the world come to visit Makkah and Medina, which are the most important pilgrim center for all the Muslims. Okay, and this pilgrimage is called Hajj. Okay, the next topic is regarding transport. Thanks to the development of petroleum industry, one can see a lot of good roads across the country. Now, the country also has a railway line that connects the eastern seaports to the capital. And do you remember which was the capital of Saudi Arabia? Riyadh, remember. Okay, now there are international airports at Riyadh, Tehran and Jeddah. Okay, so now regarding the life of the people. So people in Saudi Arabia have to make do with oppressive climatic conditions, as we have learned earlier, right? During the daytime it's too hot and during the night the temperatures fall sharply. Okay, and also there is a lack of rainfall. Before the oil industry and the other industries were set up, people used to lead a nomadic life. Nomadic means what? Traveling from one place to another. Okay, they don't have a settled life. Okay, even now there are several people who live nomadic lives and rear goat, camels and sheep. These people are called Bedouins. Okay, now people in Saudi Arabia speaks Arabic language, which is one of the several official languages of the United Nations. Okay, so now they travels around in groups in caravans, and they move across the desert and set up camps near oases. Now regarding dress, so people from this region wear a loose and flowing garments which are suited to the desert climate. Okay, so men wear an ankle-length garment made of cotton or wool which is called thobe, and they cover their head with a gutra, which is a plain white square cotton cloth which is held in a place by a cord which is called eagle. Okay, and the women wear a loose black ankle-length cloak which is called abaya. Okay, and most women also cover their head and faces with a niqab. So these are the dresses. Okay, now regarding cuisine. So the national dish of Saudi Arabia is called kabsa, which consists of rice and meat. Besides this, some other popular dishes are shawarma and kebabs. Coffee served piping hot in small cups, usually black, is the traditional drink of Saudi Arabia. So this is all about their cuisines. Okay. So now let us do a quick revision of this chapter. Okay. So in this chapter we have learned regarding Saudi Arabia. Where it is situated? It is situated in the Arabian Peninsula, which is the largest peninsula in the world. We have also learned regarding its climate. And how is the climate of this region? It's very dry and hot with a very little rainfall. So due to this, only some small shrubs and herbs grow in this desert. And only the land around Oasis is used for agriculture. Okay. Now this country is a rich country because of vast deposits of petroleum. Oil helps the country to earn 40% of its revenue. So it is their most important natural resource. There are many modern cities, and Makkah and Medina are two important pilgrimage centers which is present there. The nomads of Saudi Arabia are called Bedouins. Okay. And they live in a desert and they move from one place to another in caravans. So this is a quick review of this chapter. So I hope students this video will help you to understand this chapter. So that's all for today's class. Thank you and have a great day.